I have been working for almost a decade with consulting companies that are selling service and software. And the most crucial thing that we needed to master in order to deliver and to sell successfully was the go-to-market strategy. This is why actually I focus all my channel today about go-to-market automations, because it's drastically changing and a lot of experts are already talking about the go-to-market shift that is inevitable. I wanted to explain to you today what is exactly the go-to-market. We will take a leap into the past and see how all of this came together in the first place. And then we will see what are the go-to-market processes and how to make a go-to-market strategy successful. And this is very useful for anyone who has to deal with go-to-market strategies in order to implement some tools successfully or to consult successfully. So you will understand exactly what it involves from all the angles. And finally, we will get it ready for AI. So the market shifted a lot of times, and now we are witnessing a very big shift with AI for the future years to come. And this is what I want you to get ready for with your go-to-market strategy. So let's directly deep dive into it. It all started thousands of years ago. People were just exchanging objects against other objects that are useful for one person or the other. It's really in the Industrial Revolution that everything shifted, where we needed more sales, more marketing to trade money for service and product, and also with competition we needed to market ourselves better, so to reduce prices and say that our products are the best. Later on, with the evolution of technology, with the appearance of the telephone and then the computer, there was the need of the customer support. It was mainly reactive because they were responding to customer issues when they have and react to it. And then this role evolved into Customer Success Manager, or CSM, which had a more proactive approach, ensuring long-term relationship and successful relationship mainly with the customer. So go-to-market is the complete system that moves you from identifying your ideal customer, reaching them, closing them, keeping them happy. So the end goal of all of this actually is to sell more. Marketing, we're making flyers, launching campaigns, making ads. Customer support and customer success ensure that customer is satisfied. And then the CRM, or customer relationship management software, appeared in order to centralize the data. So to ensure that we are measuring things throughout marketing, sales, customer support, customer success, to ensure that the customer is satisfied and to ensure also we have good numbers. Each department would have its own metrics of success, but of course the common work of all the departments together would lead the go-to-market strategy to success. So now I wanted to get you through behind the scenes of a go-to-market strategy for a real company. And I have been working in the software space, so I took the example of go-to-market processes for SaaS seller, software as a service seller. And here we can see there is the marketing that we already saw, the sales and the customer success, which are actually a must in this industry to be there, to communicate together and to strategically work together in order to contribute to revenue. So we do have also the pre-sales role in the SaaS world because of the nature of the complexity of what we are selling. The sales will need support of the pre-sales most of the time in the deals to close. So they bring in the technical knowledge, but also they show the product. They can answer the technical questions of the customers as well, supporting the sales there. But also it doesn't stop there. The roles, they can also handle workshops. They can also communicate with marketing. So they can deliver content as well. And they can communicate, of course, with the product team who are actually developing the product, and they need to be also part of the go-to-market strategy to be able to develop a product that is really needed in the market. And the pre-sales can bring in customer feedback, for example, bring in some product gaps based on the region where they are, and the product team can work with them together in order also to build some POC, or what we call like very advanced demonstration that is custom for a specific customer to show something. So they do work together. And all these departments actually have some interactions together. But what is also important to know is the customer relationship management software is very important because it will most probably group all these departments together with their specific data, specific measurements, to close the deals, to run ad campaigns for the pre-sales, also to enter information about the deals, customer success to follow up with the customers. Maybe the product team, they don't really access the CRM, but still, it's a very central part to the go-to-market process. The fact is that to manage this, there must be someone responsible in a big team, I would say, mostly a chief revenue officer, or there are also other titles to ensure that the revenue streams are working towards a common goal to bring in revenue to the company. Something that is also external, maybe to the go-to-market process here, the customer projects. So the people or the consultant who are implementing actually the solutions that has been sold by the other departments, and they come in and implement it really in the customer side to ensure that the solution is functional, working, everything is documented, everything is configured correctly, there is the testing, the cutover, the go live, etc. All these phases, it's a consulting team, and they have insights that are so gold that the go-to-market team actually can use. We will see this later. When there is issue, let's say with a product, at some point, the customer support will receive a ticket somehow in some portal in order to review an issue or to support the customer throughout a call or an email or whatever. From the other side, we have also the buyer journey. So while we are doing all of this as the go-to-market team, there is also the customer who is going through his own journey. So he's checking different vendors, not necessarily us, but he's checking for solutions, he's learning about solutions, participating in expert sessions, trying to understand things, going to websites, downloading some newspapers, downloading some documents, looking for references for like similar cases. He will join communities, talk to peers, go to events in order to just prospect the market. What solution or digital solution is there that can solve my specific problem? And this is where he can also get to the point of contacting proactively a vendor if he finds that the vendor is relevant enough for his problem. So the buyer journey is going through his own thing, but also the go-to-market team is trying to bring their product to that ideal customer they have, maybe that is going through this journey. And this is how we come with these different channels to communicate our value to the customer. This go-to-market team will manage a website where we have our online presence, our services, our features, and everything we can put about the software or that is helpful to the customer that he can consume when he's going through his journey. We have the social media where we can run ads, paid ads, or just organic media, where we can also grow our presence there and authority and credibility. And there is a lot that we can do with it, not necessarily paid ads, but we can sponsor ads as well to reach out to our ideal customers. Events. We can organize local or international events, or let's say remote events, webinars, in order that our ideal customer comes and maybe check something that is relevant for him. Then there is the outreach. So our salespeople will be reaching out to customers throughout cold outreach to people they don't necessarily know, but they know they are in the industry. They give them some free value. They check what is their state, are they looking for the solution, etc. Or warm outreach through maybe person or their own network where they are networking, which is part also of the job of the salespeople, to get in contact with the right leads and the right prospects that are relevant for us. Then the ads, we already talked about it, is what is in the social media. There is also the fact that we can put in a newsletter that we can feed our customers. We can have a list of emails to which we send this newsletter with a certain frequency. And there is also the partners channel. We can work with partners in order to also sell something to those customers. It's something that SAP, for example, is doing. SAP has been ERP I have been working on all these 8 years in Germany. And I worked with partners of SAP, so we are actually helping SAP to sell its product, and we have some percentage in the contract once it's signed by the customer. So in order to do this correctly, so all of these things and bring in the right thing, a lot of teams need to work together for that, right? So everyone has its own thing and can bring his own thing actually and own insights. But how do we ensure that the buyer in the end is having the relevant content for him available to consume when he gets interested into getting a solution. And without understanding also or analyzing the buyer journey while he's doing that, because buyers will be in different stages. There is one that is an expert technically, that needs more knowledge about the business side of things, how we are solving problems. There are more technical people who want to know more about business, or just technical who want to know more about technical. There is a lot of different probabilities and different profiles of the customer, of the buyers, we can get in contact with. We can have the IT department, the business department, the financial department that is interested. So depending also of what we are solving and our ideal customer, we will get to that point of defining different channels of go-to-market and how we should communicate with them. And all of this is just to say that, this is not one rule or one thing that we need to consider, but it's a whole landscape that we need to learn how to deal with each case. Because go-to-market is really a case by case. And being customer-centric around this is very important, because without satisfying what the customer is looking for, we might be just wasting time. And actually, if all these departments, there are some winning metrics, right? For the sales, they need to make sure that the deals are closed. The pre-sales, they need to do successful demos and help winning the deals. With marketing, they generate leads. They make sure that the customer is clicking on the ads they are putting out there, for example. The customer success, he needs to ensure customer loyalty, satisfaction, customer support, response time, issues resolved, consulting, project success, of course, the ROI gained. So all of these are winning metrics, yes, but they are department dependent. So they are, when I close deals as a sales, I sign the contract, it's a success for me, yes. I will get a commission and I have reached my sales goals. If I am a marketing guy who brought 500 leads, I'm bringing a lot of leads, so I am successful. When we take it separately, the success metrics are clear. But the friction happens when we talk about cross-department success in the go-to-market or go-to-market success. This is where some complexity will add in. This is why I went through all this process with you, just to be sure that you understand this part. So the sales and marketing, they need to have the same qualification criteria. Because most of the time, all of these departments, maybe they don't have the same definition of success, right? As we saw, the goals are different. So maybe the qualification, like which lead or prospect is really qualified to get my service. For the sales, it might be some numbers, like the prospect starting from a certain revenue from marketing. As long as there are leads, they are just qualified because they consume my content. For pre-sales, maybe they are not qualified because technically it's not possible to work with. There are so many criteria to consider, and the combination of these and bringing in the ICP together would be the success metric here in the cross-department friction that I talked about. And our product team aligned with marketing, sales, and ICP while building. So our pre-sales is always ready to guide customers. They have everything ready from product team, for example, like the demo environment, etc., and the technical feasibility. Do customer success and sales have a transparent process together? So does the sales hand over to customer success, or how is the process defined and how are the success metrics between these departments? This is the question. All of this comes here. So here are the hidden gems. This is why I put the buyer journey here, just to be sure that we see them. And actually the hidden gems are the things that will work cross departments and that will actually collect customer information all along the way. So let me give you an example. We have here the consulting team who is outside the go-to-market process, but still they have successful projects. They know how to implement, make it successful. They know the ROI once the project is implemented. So once they provide this information to the marketing department, the marketing can reference that, use it on the website, for example, to show the numbers to the customers who are consuming our content. They can also share the use cases with pre-sales, who will also relate to these successful projects while he is presenting to customers. The same for sales. They can consume that and show it high level to customers as well. The qualification criteria, when all the sales, pre-sales, product team, everybody knows that there is one ICP that is clear to reach out, the messaging will be clear for the customer and we will break through the noise. A lot of noise is out there. We say some generic things which doesn't work anymore a lot. This is actually how you make it AI ready. Just addressing what needs to be addressed in cross-department to ensure there is a smooth work going on toward the common goal of success in the go-to-market. And once this is achieved, actually, the processes will get clearer, will get cleaner, and we get ourselves ready to automate things. So we get some SOPs in cross-department, like lead qualification, for example. And those SOPs actually are the gold part for AI. So getting AI ready is just getting SOPs everywhere in those departments and cross-department in a way that the process is so crystal clear that when we are handing it over later for AI, let me give you another example to understand why this way your go-to-market processes will be AI ready. So let's start with a human customer success manager who is talking to a customer and he is solving some problems. So I am answering some questions for the customer. And then when it gets complex, maybe I don't know where to go, which department should I hand over to sales, to marketing, to pre-sales, because there was an ask from the customer. So he needs some content, but I don't know where to get it. Or he needs some sales help because he asked about a product. He needs some pre-sales help. So all of these channels, I might also lose some time in dealing with that. But if we have a documented, frequently asked questions, for example, and we go with this frequently asked questions, give the answers, which are crystal clear, and we have the process flow. So we know if this question is asked, I need to go to this department. And all of this is very important to know before you even use AI. If there is any doubt in those processes, we can't really use AI efficiently. So if we come to the AI chatbot with a standard SOP and we say, okay, if the customer is asking such a question, just answer that you will put it in contact with sales. So it's clear that someone from sales will contact the customer. Or also reach out to this database in order to search such information. So send this link to the customer. All of these are instructions we can give and we can automate definitely if they are there and clear. Because it's working on probability. And if we add to this confusion, there is no way we get it work properly. I really wanted to explain clearly the go-to-market process for people who are new to that or who know that and wanted to know more about it. And my focus in my channel mainly is building automations and using AI to make it more efficient. But as I said, without a clear process and standard operating procedure, documentation, we cannot really use AI effectively in any of the processes in general. You will get this template from the description just to review, to understand yourself. I will be sharing a lot more about AI in go-to-market in the next coming weeks. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel and see you next time.